Oh, hello. And welcome to Tiny Table Talks.
Yeah, or as I like to call it, Tttwj&T.
With Jack and Tio.
That's us.
That's us.
Wow, that's me.
Yeah, that's you and me.
Alright, before we start, we didn't plan this. I want to appreciate the hats this week. Our friend Zoe gave Tio this really awesome hat.
If you remember her, the sandwich expert.
Yeah, and this is my hat. It says police on it. I'm a police officer today.
Yeah.
Alright, now we can do stuff.
Alright, so this week we had a wild week, pretty hectic.
Oh man,
some of us went to Thailand.
Yeah, so what was that like? Who went to Thailand? Like, why did we go? What was that all about?
Oh man, Isha, Will, Robert, Izzy and I went to Thailand. And we did that because we only got 60 day visas. And we just had to cross the border of China and come back in for our visas to get another 60 days. So now we're good again. Did you consider making a run for it to like Tibet or something instead? Yeah, I considered it, but no one else was too hot on the idea. Oh, it seems a little bit sketchy, a little bit scary. Yeah, maybe a little bit. Oh, there's my grandma. And so in Thailand, we got there, landed, took a taxi to the guest house we were staying at, which was really cool. And Thailand had a really cool feel too, very different than China, even though it's right over the border. We ate some food, including pad thai and curry, which was really yummy, and drank water out of coconuts, which was also really yummy. Yeah, good stuff. Good stuff. Kind of walked around with our instructor Greg, who's been to that area of Thailand before and actually lives in Thailand. Oh. And he kind of showed us around, showed us the water taxi that we would be using to get around. Visited some Buddhist temples, which were very beautiful. We saw the largest lying Buddha that my friend Will has ever seen, and it was huge. The largest what? Buddha. It's a big golden Buddha lying on its side. Whoa. Yeah, it was really cool. Nice. And then we got back to Kunming late on Wednesday night? No, on Tuesday night. Tuesday night? Wednesday morning. Wednesday morning. And we stayed up all night making a dance for our homestay party that we'll talk about later. Yeah, the homestay party. You guys are having fun in Thailand. We pretty much just like made some invitations. Yeah, these guys just worked in Kunming while I chilled and drank coconut water. But that brings us to the next thing, which is the homestay party. And before we even get to the party, we have like a saga of the electronics lady. So we had a pile of sort of old computers and stuff that we had to sell. So Kristen, our instructor, was like, Jack, go sell this stuff. It's like, all right, I'm on it. So I sort of walked around our apartment complex for a while looking. I was about to give up hope. It was like, who is gonna buy my stuff? I'd actually found a cleaning lady who took me to somebody's apartment and knocked on their door, but they weren't there. And I was like, if that doesn't work, what's gonna work? But then I walked outside the complex and I'm walking around and I come upon this lady and I'm like, I've got this stuff, can I sell it to you? And she's like, what is it? And I show her and then she asked if we had computers, and we did have some computers, and she was like going crazy. So yeah, we went back, going nuts. We did some awesome haggling. She said 50 for all of it and I said 150, and then it was a fun time. You gotta at least double it right after that. So it was fun. And then the crazy thing was she got all this stuff. It must have been, I think it was like 50 pounds of electronics. And she just made like a rope backpack and like took it all away. So she like put it all on a rope, wrapped the rope around, tied it up, and then just slung it on her back. It was crazy. Jack and I were laughing with her, walking, trying to help her carry stuff, but she refused. I was like trying to carry, I ended up carrying like the old TV screen. Yeah, I carried one empty jug of water. Well, she had so much weight on her back. She was just trucking it. It was... She was impressive. That was impressive. It was cool. Then after that whole shebang, we got to the homestay party where we did some awesome dancing. It was great having all the families there, getting to reflect, eat some delicious food, but I think really the highlight for me was the dance of Will, of course. Yeah, our friend Will made this dance where we're just gonna show you kind of what it's all about. All right, you want to go in front? Yeah, sure. All right, let's get this tiny table out of the way. Yeah, that's our tiny table. So we would both start like this, and then I go ting, ding, ting da, ding, ting da, ding da, ting da, ding. And that's pretty much it. But it was 2 rows of us. So it was pretty exciting. There's lots of laughter involved. It was really fun. We got pretty into it. It was a good time. Yeah. But then that was sort of the end of our time in Kunming, so then we left. Yep, and then the next morning we left. I had some sad goodbyes to my family, who I grew pretty close with. But I have their contact info and I'm excited to talk to them more. And maybe one day when their son comes to America, we'll hang out. Yeah, I sort of feel the same. I mean, like you build these really deep connections over a month, and now we're leaving. But it's sad to get on the road, but I'm happy because I sort of like, I found a new home. Like I made a new family. Totally. And Kunming started to feel a lot more like home when we left. Got some favorite spots I want to share with the viewers back home.
One of my favorite places is the dumpling spot, which is like right around the corner from our house. And this guy is like super nice guy running, and he's got delicious fried dumplings.
Yeah, we went there pretty often, probably
so
every
good.
3 days.
Yeah.
And last time we went, we had an exciting,
oh my god,
exciting, what would you call it, realization?
Something happened.
So there's this little green bottle of powder that sits on our table every day that we kind of know is there, but have never really put much thought into.
Yeah.
And we figured out what it was today.
Well, we were like a while ago. Last time we were there, like a couple days ago.
What was it?
But I had tried it, and I don't know what it was. So I went up to the guy and asked him what it was, and he's like, "Oh, it's MSG."
Just MSG.
Just like MSG, you put on your dumplings.
Yeah, delicious.
Fantastic.
Great for the heart.
Yeah, it's really good for the heart. That's what I've heard.
So that was funny.
Yeah.
That was cool. One of my favorite spots was Green Lake, which was this lake not too far
Is it
from
green?
No, I mean, it was actually kind of green, yeah.
Oh,
So
cool.
that's cool. It was not too far from our program house. It was a nice walk, about a 20-minute walk, but a really fun walk, which was, that walk itself was another one of my favorite things to do.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite things, is going from our program house sort of up the hill on Jianshe, which sort of runs behind the program house up a hill. Going up that hill, passing the skate park, sort of you get to walk through a really nice part of Kunming. You see a movie theater, goes near a donut shop. It's sort of just a nice time seeing the city. I like that a lot.
Yeah, really cool. And then once at Green Lake, I like to watch the ducks, who are just ridiculous.
Oh,
they just wag their little tails and flap around. They're really funny. And when we were there one time, we saw some police officers come up to the side of the lake, so we knew something was going down. Jack went over to investigate, and I watched from afar.
Yeah.
And they climb down the lake and make this huge process of like getting closer to the water. And at that point, there's a crowd of people surrounding them.
Yeah,
like something big's going on.
Yeah.
And they have these grabbers and super dramatic, like this big long pole with a clampy.
Like just like
a grabber.
Yeah,
and
grabber.
They make this huge deal of getting down there, super dramatic. They reach in and then clamp and pull up, and it's just a crawdad.
It's just
and
like
they put it on the ground, and then they both get up, pick it up, and leave.
It was
and
so
that was
dead. It was like really dead.
That was all that happened. And everyone was just
wild.
like. And then
Who knows what was going on?
Yeah, but it was cool. It was funny.
And the one place we would never forget to mention,
The
my
Beef
home,
Museum.
the Beef Museum.
Which we were a bit suspicious of right when we arrived, but grew to love pretty quickly.
It really was one of my favorite lunch spots.
Really good food.
Yeah.
Really good service once you could get past the like scary yelling lady at the front. But
I like her too.
Yeah, and
She's
I
like
love
busy.
her too.
Yeah.
Yeah, all part of the experience. Next, we've got a Chungyu for you, but we're gonna switch it up this week. And
What?
I'm gonna give you the Chungyu.
Holy guacamole, Tio! You gotta make sure I'm sitting down before you say something like that.
All right, sit down, Jack. Are you
Okay,
ready?
you can tell me now.
All right. So before I left, my host grandmother gave me this fan, and it has a Chungyu on it.
What does it say?
First of all, it's a fan. Oh, also, we should mention where we are really quick. Save the fan.
Yeah.
We are in Xishuangbanna, which is very southern China, in the same province that we've been in, so Yunnan.
Yeah.
And it's pretty much right north of the border. And
It's wicked hot. I mean, it's like hot
humid.
and muggy.
Yeah, it's nice. And we're in a pottery shop, which is really cool.
Yeah, we are.
And we've been loving it. We got a little tour. It's been great.
It's been good.
So anyway,
what's
back to
this
the fan,
business?
which is now really nice now that it's hot.
Yeah.
So first of all, this side says
Bo ai, right?
Bo ai, which means wide love, so like a love for everyone. And then this side says Tian Xia Wei Gong, which means justice for all.
Oh, nice.
And sadly, I didn't get to do any like research about the story behind this Chungyu. But
It's a good one to have.
yeah, it's a good one to have. Tian Xia Wei Gong.
Yeah.
That was really cool. And this fan creates
It's an awesome fan.
a generous amount of
It's like a fan and a Chungyu. That's like 2 in 1. There you go. All right, next, I've got the question of the week because we're really just going for it this week. So, Tio,
Yeah, we really switched it up. It's Jack's question of the week.
it's Jack's question of the week. I sort of got something to like think about.
Okay.
So like, in this hypothetical scenario, you wake up in a like rural village in sort of like the middle of rural China, like a farming village kind of business.
Okay.
You wake up, you've got like the clothing on your back, but like no phone, no money, no nothing. What's like the escape plan?
Sorry, there's a moped backing out. We're gonna make sure nothing
Yeah,
catastrophic happens.
that's how it goes in China. You know, you're doing something and something else happens. All right, so
Okay,
like,
chill.
what's the escape plan? Do you get out or do you stay? Like,
Okay,
what do you do?
are we talking about me personally?
Yeah, what are you gonna do?
Oh, moped starting up. Give it a second.
There he goes. Bye bye.
It's Jen. So me personally, with pretty horrible Mandarin, I could probably get some food. I could probably ask them if they spoke English and then understand that they say no way.
You could say their like favorite colors, right?
Yeah, I could say their favorite colors.
Oh, perfect.
I could probably do all right. So my first question would be, do I want to get home, or do I want to accept this as a gift in a new life in China? Now, let's say I want to get home, because the other can of worms.
That's like
a big one.
It's a big one.
Yeah. So let's say I want to get home. I think my first thing I would need to find was water. So I go ask for some water.
Okay.
And then I drink it, and then I'd put my thinking cap on, and then I would probably ask for some help, which would include maybe like where am I? And then if I could figure out where I was
and how you get there,
then I'd probably be like, okay, thanks, and then start walking to the nearest city.
Yeah, like,
I'd give it
how would you feel about that adventure? Like, if that happened tomorrow, would you be like pumped, or you'd be like, oh no, I'm in China?
I think that it would take me, well, I mean, I'm in China anyways.
Oh, right.
So that initial shock would be like, okay, cool.
Okay.
I'm in China, but I think it'd take me definitely a second to adjust to the fact that I'm in, like, nowhere near where I was the night before.
Yeah.
But I think once I was over it, it'd be alright.
Huh.
As long as I can find the group.
That's some good stuff to think about.
Yeah.
Oh, what if we were all in separate villages?
And we had to find a place to meet?
Yes.
Dude.
Alright, think about that one. Just like let that rattle around in your head. While we're doing that though, I think, we got some stuff to do, right?
We got some stuff to do.
Let's do the stuff. Let's go.
Alright.
Alright. Tio, take us there.
Alright, I'm gonna bring the mic.
Tio's got the mic.
So first we're gonna give you a nice little look around at this spot. These are our friends. Our buddy Will's having some trouble with his neck.
Hi.
He's got a sore neck, so he's getting a massage.
Are you feeling any better right now, Will?
I am, indeed.
Good, and Vivian's giving him a nice massage.
Thanks, Vivian.
Thanks, Vivian.
All right. Tio, what do you like?
Let's go over here now. Oh, there's Isha. She just fell out of her chair. Isha, what just happened?
I'm good, thank you.
She's good. Now, for the main event, our friend Julia.
Hi, Julia.
What did you just make here, Julia?
I made a vase.
You made two vases,
I made two vases, yeah.
A close up of these vase vases.
Vase vases.
Vase vases.
Right.
I think it's Huaping in Chinese.
Julia, what do you have to say about all this business?
It's fun, but really
what
difficult.
Are you up to right now?
Well,
Why don't you keep doing what you're doing while you talk to us?
while I'm talking,
Yeah,
Just like show us some stuff, you know?
we've got a couple minutes.
Yeah, we've got like
minutes.
at least a second or two.
okay, this is gonna.
So what are you doing here?
I'm wedging right now.
Wedging. So getting the clay on that thing.
No, just getting the air bubbles out.
Getting the air bubbles out.
Probably.
Very cool.
Well, if you leave the air bubbles in, when you put the clay in the kiln, it'll explode.
Oh, is that good or bad?
Depends what you're going for.
Fair enough. Tio, what do you think?
That all adds up to me.
Okay, good.
Yeah, so just stick that there.
Yes.
Yeah, get it on
Do you spin it now?
Give it a spin.
Yes. Yeah.
All right. So now what's going on?
Put the mic up there. Let's hear it. Let's get some sound effects.
Yeah, now I'm centering it, which means like I'm putting it in the center because it's easier to work with when you do that.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah. This takes time.
Julie, if I'm correct, you did some pottery for your ISP, right?
I did do pottery for my ISP. I basically went to Green Lake every Tuesday and Thursday and hung out there with my mentor doing pottery. It was pretty cool.
That's pretty awesome.
All right, Tio, let's find some other people and see what they're up to.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Good talking to you, Julia.
Nice. See y'all.
All right, who's next?
What's up, Isha?
Hi, Isha.
Hi. Hi,
What do you
Tio.
think about
Hi,
these
Jeff.
current events?
I think it's super cool. I wish I could do it.
I think you should try.
I'd live here forever, maybe. Maybe. Actually, I'm not sure. I don't know how I feel about it.
Maybe. Let's go check out the rest of this bungalow. All right, we've got some more friends over here. Here's Noelle.
Noelle, we haven't seen you
Hello
yet.
there.
Hi.
Hello.
All right, here's Izzy.
Hello.
Oh, we're going upstairs. Uh-oh, the camera's not gonna fit. Oh no.
Nope, give it a go.
Okay, here we go. Here we go.
Here we are.
Here we are.
So this is another part of the pottery studio that we're hanging out in. When we were here earlier, there were some people doing what Julia is doing downstairs and making pottery, and then other people decorating the finished pottery, which was super cool.
Hey, Tio, you're upside down now.
Yeah. These over here are like are pre-fired pottery, so they're not quite.
No, they haven't been fired yet.
Yeah, they're not quite done yet, so they need to go through the kiln. Oh, we're gonna show you the kiln quick because we barely have time.
1 minute. Here, let's go. Here we go.
All right, outside place.
Okay, outside. Now the cool thing. Okay, I know about this thing. I can talk about it.
Yeah. Tell us all about it. Here, let's
Okay,
switch off.
I'll take the mic. Tia's got the thing. So, this is what is called a dragon kiln. You can see it's got a bunch of different layers here, and what they do is they fill all of them up with pieces of pottery. It says, our teacher says they can take up to months to make enough pottery to fit in here, and then they'll burn in the bottom. They'll put a bunch of wood, burn it, just get all the moisture out, and then they'll burn for days and days. And they have to control the temperature in each little level to make sure the clay doesn't crack or anything.
Let's walk on down there.
Yeah, let's go down there.
Take a look at all these.
And so this is the real deal. Because if you're doing this and something goes wrong, you've just lost months of work. So this is really the stuff that's happening. So now,
Wow, how many kilns is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
seven
So
levels.
They start burning at the bottom, I believe.
Yeah, they'll start at the bottom, and then they have this huge fire roaring all the way up, all the way to the chimney at the other end, which helps. So initially it goes through all the way, and then as they get the temperature to the right level in each little kiln, they'll block it off and have the fire be working on its own.
Cool. So all of a sudden you've got this month's worth of pottery done. In a like, I think it's a couple of weeks you can
Yeah.
for.
Yeah.
But it's a really cool way to get a lot of work done.
It's good.
In one.
And now look, we're back to where we were before.
To our friend Julie, let's check in on Julie before we say goodbye.
Before we say goodbye.
Wow, that is looking like a pot.
Julia, give me 5 words on what's going on.
It's becoming a thing.
Amazing.
All right, bye bye.
All right, thanks everyone.
See you next week.
See you next week.